there, HQCs. And a big shout out to my fellow lefties. Today is our day, National Left-Handers Day, that is right. Yes, life can be trickier for us southpaws, the smudged writing, the inky hands, and computer mouse problems all day, every day. But guess what? We're super creative, have higher odds of being a genius, and can throw off our rivals in sport, so well worth the pain after all. I'm Sharon Carpenter, your lefty bestie with the trivia testy, and this is HQ Trivia, where using your hands can lead to those bands. Here's how we play. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. From easy to hard, you've got 10 seconds to tap on that answer. Get it correct, you move on. Answer all 12 right, you win or split the cash. For those extra lives, invite your crew to HQ using your code. Simple and easy. Now tonight we are giving away a well-handled £1,000. That's enough for a whole lot of left-friendly devices, from guitars to can openers to school desks that don't leave our arms flailing in the air. You know, the basics. But before you obtain it, you've got to big brain it, and thanks to Carl Rudolph for that one. Let's get to the quizzing. Here we go with Q1. What term is used for files that store and track data from website visits, cookies, donuts, brownies? And now you're making me hungry. I wouldn't say no to any of them in real life, but who have we been digitally denying since May? The sweet treat, sharing our deets, it's cookies. And that's the way the cookie crumbles for 122,000 of you. We thought the Cookie Monster was just being greedy, but he was just trying to protect our online privacy. He is a hero. Q2, what is Joey's catchphrase in Friends? Run, Forrest, run. Hey now, how you doing? Funnily enough, it's the same as Wendy Williams. But which one could it be? They may have identical IQs, but Joey and Forrest Gump have never met each other. The saucy sister of How Are You is How You Doing? And you're doing pretty well by the looks of things. 117,000 of you doing very well. Friends called it quits in 2004, but Joey still can't leave the house without being asked how he's doing. No surprise there. And it's shout out time. Happy birthday, John, Joe, and Kat. Happy birthday in advance to Tony Moore. Hello, Zaman Siddiqui, who just reached 100 YouTube subscribers. Well done to you. Luca and Inez Igor are playing in Croatia. Hi to Super Retina and Chris Dighton from Gibraltar. The staff at Empire Magazine are with us, so is Mason Flaherty. Hi to Police Officer Griff at Swansea Central, and good luck to all of you players. It's Q3. Curtis James Jackson III is better known by what stage name? 50 pence, 50 cent, 50 shillings. Go shorty, it's your birthday. Party like it's your birthday. His real name may belong on a shilling, but he chose a different coin for his stage name, getting change from $1. It's 50 cent, of course. 50 cent, as some people say. 114,000 of you internet gangsters got that right. In the club, topped the US charts, but only reached number 3 in the UK. The exchange rate strikes again. Now this Thursday, HQCs, we have got some more themed trivia just for you. It's 80s night, happening at 9 p.m. BST. Whether or not you're an 80s baby, it's going to be a lot of fun, and so is this one, Q4. Which of these volcanoes shares its name with the Disney character Pacaya, Stromboli, Tambora? Can you stand the heat? 3 leaky lava lamps, but who also played a bad guy in Pinocchio, both prone to popping their tops. Stromboli is the answer that we were looking for, and that was a savage question. Sizzling sausages here on Q4. We lost over 70,000 of you. 35,000 of you keeping the game lit right now. The Sicilian volcano has been constantly erupting for the last 2,000 years, something the island's residents seem far too relaxed about, and I don't understand why. Q5, from Series 2 onwards, Richard Curtis wrote Blackadder with which comedian? Alexei Sale, Ben Elton, Harry Enfield. Starring, of course, the fabulous Rowan Atkinson. The first series was rather forgettable, but who turned a bumbling Blackadder into a right B word, putting Ben to paper? It was Ben Elton, who he teamed up with there, 26,436 of you got that right. Curtis and Elton wrote seasons 2, 3, and 4 together, winning a host of awards and a baldrick load of fans as well. Q6, which chemical element is named after a village in Scotland. Beryllium, strontium, gallium. If you happen to live in this village, it is your lucky night. Unless you're out of the game already, then not so lucky at all. 3 kilt-worthy chemicals, but who was named after a Scottish settlement sitting just north of Barium? It's strontium. And that was a strong one by 8,176 of you, and that was a tough question. I'm going to go with double the savage, because that was 18,000 of you out of the game, unfortunately, on Q6. 8,000 still with us. Strontium may look like silvery gold, but it's worth practically zilchium. Nada. The halfway mark, Q7. The Gotham Awards celebrate achievements in which of the following? Independent movies, comics and graphic novels, music. Covered the red carpet here before. Star-studded event. He's Gotham's defender, but Batman won't be winning any awards at this one. Indie music for your eyes instead. Independent movies is the answer that we were looking for. Oh my goodness, this is triple the savage. Triple the savage here at the halfway mark. More than 7,000 of you gone, 2,130 of you walking that red carpet to the next round. Kicking off the movie awards season, the Gotham Awards have been hosted by A-listers like Jon Stewart, Uma Thurman, and me. Next year, hopefully, fingers crossed, you can always wish, right? Q8, which of the following is one of the only 2 landlocked countries in South America? Peru, Ecuador, Paraguay. Your land lovers should know this one. 3 South American scorchers, but who can't quite reach the coast, ironically meaning water that comes from the sea. It's Paraguay. That's the country that's landlocked. 1,878 of you thirsty for more trivia right now. Paraguay shares a border with Bolivia, who is just as parched as they are. Q9, which city's Olympic opening ceremony featured over 100 horsemen? Mexico City, Sydney, Athens. A lot of galloping going on in this one. Equestrian dancing is an Olympic event, but who kicked the whole thing off with a horse rave, partying like it was 1499? It was Sydney, Australia. And whoa, Nelly, 1,041 if you got that right. 120 riders galloped around the stadium waving Olympic flags and giving us a proper taste of Australian traditions. Q10, Vietnam is home to which of the following? World's largest statue, world's largest temple, world's largest cave. Here's a hint, it's the world's largest something. That's all I'm telling you though. Angkor Wat is the largest temple in the world, but that lives next door in Cambodia. More echo than Art Deco. It's the world's largest cave we are looking for here. 967 of you nailed that one. Well done. The ultimate your mama joke, the Hang Son Dong cave is so big that it has its own climate. Q11, the penultimate round. In a 2015 study, residents of which city considered themselves the most satisfied to live there? Munich, Copenhagen, Belfast. Who's the happiest of this bunch? We could wake up in Hawaii and we'd still find something to bitch about, wouldn't we? But whose residents are giving themselves a 5-star review? Maybe the soda bread got to their head. Belfast. In Ireland, of course. 110 of you nailed that one. That was a toughie right here on Q11. 110 of you moving forward. Smug smiles at the ready because we are cheesing into the final round. Again, 110 players left. Another 440 using the extra lives to get back in. That's a lot of you. And £1,000 up for grabs. It's the big one. It's Q12. Thomas Cole's 1840s landscape of a US river is considered the first painting to feature what? A steamboat, a railroad, a tractor. Is this going to be your first HQ win tonight? They were already up and running, but who made their painted debut on Cole's canvas? He completed River in the Catskills in 1843, but the only boat on show was a rowable one, steam-powered and back on track. Choo-choo! It's a railroad for the win, and we have 284 winners. You totally smashed it! Congratulations to our 284 winners tonight. You survived the triple sausage to take home £3.52. Well done. We've got Annie K, we've got Niall 2000, Techno Ewan, Curtis Blythe with a big smile on his face. And so you should be. You are an HQ winner making history tonight. What are you going to do with the cash? Get yourself some cookies and cream. Go visit Strontium. Hang at the next horse rave. There's a lot you can do with that £3.52. Well done, 284 of you. You geniuses, you. You must be left-handed. Another awesome game. It was a fun one. I'm Shazza Carpenter, and you know exactly where to find me. Right here, of course. Always great to hear from you lovelies. And I'll be back tomorrow for the early game at 3 p.m. So make sure you join me then. I'll have another £1,000 for you to play for. Until then, have a lovely rest of your Monday night and sweet quizzing dreams to you all. Bye.